Well, good afternoon and welcome back to the Little French Homestead. My name is Sherry. If you're new, welcome. So, we got a couple things that we need to get done today. And maybe like one first thing tomorrow. So, if you had heard from one of my previous videos, our chicken coop, the tarp has now separated from the main portion here on the top. So when we have a lot of rain, it all goes straight inside their coop. We want to eliminate that because we want to go ahead and give those chickens a really nice dry area in case, you know, we happen to get like a tropical storm. So we're going to tackle this later, but I needed to open it up. And then I got my lovely cat here, Julia, thinking that this is her home right here. Now, main thing we are working on today is I've been trying to upgrade our pantry, and I am hoping that this will help. It's been a long time in the making, and we are finally able to go ahead and do this. I got through Amazon, which I'll go ahead and link down below, this wonderful shelving unit. It is a nice heavy duty one, well at least that's what it says, we'll find out. But one of the main reasons why I got this is because I can't do a lot of canning, because if you see back here, this is where I put all my stuff that I do for canning. Canning should be in a cool, dark place kept. And with the windows here like that, and the light from the sun that comes in, I can't have that here in my house. And a few of the other shelving units that I have in the back, one of them was a plastic and it was kind of bowing in, and so needs an upgrade. I like to do more canning, but I need some shelf stable shelves to go ahead and do that with. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up, and I will bring you back when I'm done. This is a basic shelving thing, so it's probably going to take me a good half an hour or so to go ahead and accomplish. And then I will show you where I put it. All right, so what we're trying to do here is set ourselves up for a better success. I like to create what I'm calling this as a mini grocery store in my house. So let's be real for a second. A messy pantry isn't always about the mess. It's about the mental weight of it all. It's frustrating not to be able to find that one ingredient that you know you bought, but it is somewhere in the back of that big black hole of forgotten groceries and good intentions. My goal was not to make a pretty pantry, but a preppers / creating system for my groceries. I want to make my life easier. I want to be able to save money so I'm not triple and double buying. And I want to be able to turn the daily chore of what's for dinner into something more of a calmer and creative process. So I would like to go ahead for myself, and I hope you do too, is you do a mini grocery store in your house. For those of you that already have one, you are awesome. A+, keep up the great progress. But for those of you who are just starting, or like me, I have some stuff, but I don't really have a lot yet, and I'm trying to keep building on it. You're going to want to make sure that you have every item in a visible and categorized, easy to grab section. So you're going to want to make sure that you have all of your rices and pastas and any like quinoa or anything like that that you use all in one section. If you would like to make it even prettier, you can go ahead and get those nice hard plastic canisters that will make your life a lot easier. I had those. Unfortunately, they all cracked because they were several years old. I would like to go ahead and get more, but not right now. It's not in my budget. Now then, when you're going through all of this stuff, you want to make sure that you label them as well. So for your flour, like I have my big blue bucket that's right behind me. Currently, right now, it is empty, but I was making sure that the shelf actually fit in there. So you want to have flour. I have sugar, and then I have some rice into those containers. I also have a big bags of some dried beans, between black beans and pinto beans. You want to make sure that you have like designated shelves, but you also want to make sure that you label it. And please always label everything that you bring into the house with the date on it. That way you know when you bought it and you can have a fairly good idea of when it expires. These shelvings doesn't have to look pretty. I will link, like I said earlier, in the description box. These can hold about 2,000 pounds, and this was actually less than 60 bucks. Obviously a little bit more with shipping, unless you get free shipping. But I just needed to stay organized, and I really hope that you do as well. That is going to be one of the best things that is going to keep the stress off of you. You can always put one of those whiteboards in the back there as well and say, okay, you know, I've used now my final jar of pasta sauce. I've brought that now to the front, so I am out of pasta sauce. Next time you go to the store, you know, some of those wonderful stores have buy one, get one frees, or they have some great sales. That is when you stock up. Make sure you label everything. And I really hope that this takes the stress off of you. I know that when I get mine a little bit more organized, it will be for me. I love being organized. I have a hard time of trying to keep up with being organized, but I am one of those people that I like to go ahead and have, you know, all of my canning supplies and stuff all in one container like you saw in the back. Before, I like to make sure that I have now all of my condiments and stuff like this all on these shelves. You just really want to make sure that you're taking the guesswork out of what you have and what you don't have. And if you even wanted to go as far, you could do like a spreadsheet or anything like that. I personally just write everything all down on a piece of paper. And when I go and buy something, I'll add it on there. If I, you know, use it, I will go ahead and just cross it off. And I usually go ahead and update that every once in a while. And that's what you're going to want to make sure you do as well. All right, so after a bit of mishap on my part, so the directions really didn't say or show what side it should be on. So if you can kind of look here, you've got some rivets right here on that side and some on this side. I placed them all on this side, and when I went to go put the shelving unit in, it fell right through. So I had to then go and take everything all off, which actually was a lot faster than it did putting everything all in there. And then I realized that this piece right here is actually where the shelf's supposed to go. So what I was doing is I had everything on the outside. Everything is supposed to go here on the inside. So now that everything is now on the inside, I just gotta bang this last one in. And now everything is all set. So I already added a couple of shelves. And what I really wanted also too, to make sure that we had enough room for, is to fit my gamma lids, my buckets. Because the buckets right now just stack on top of each other. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough room to put all these buckets on to help clear up the floor in there. So as now I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting these shelvings on. And then I'm gonna take this and do a little measuring in the bedroom, in the closet area where this is gonna go. And we will figure out something in there of how I want it set. Because remember, there's a couple other shelving units in there. But this one here is a nice heavy duty one. And that's what we need it for in that bedroom. And believe me when I say this is nice and heavy duty, I will go ahead and link the description to this shelving unit down below. This is really nice, good, hard steel. And I think it was like between like 80 and 90 bucks, something like that. So it's really not that bad for a price for a nice heavy duty shelving unit. Just be careful, that part broke off. So when you are hammering, prepare to lose one of them. But I'm gonna shut you off now. We're gonna go ahead and transfer everything in there. I'm gonna do some cleaning up real quick and then I'll bring you back. All right, so we got all of our gamma lids down over here. I've got the rice right here. It didn't quite fit underneath standing up, so that's fine that it's like that. Let me show you. So this goes all the way up here near the light, but that's okay. Not too many things are gonna go up here that is of value. Now, the fun part is now moving all of these things over there. But we are gonna save that for another day. So this is again what it looks like. Let me show you from the other side. All right, so this is what it's from the other side. So probably like some small stuff is gonna go up there. Maybe, you know, like the paper, like the napkins that we don't use a lot of and stuff. And then we got all of the rest of the stuff down over here too. And also too, we're gonna be putting, like I said, a lot of the canned items over here and my canning jars once we've had them done. But I obviously don't want the canning jars up here at the very top, obviously. So we'll probably stick them to this shelf and that shelf. All right, so I just want to say thank you so much for coming here today. If you like this video, go ahead, subscribe, like, share, place a comment down below. Let me know if you're doing any of this stuff as well. And as always, keep on cooking. Bye.